The title of this lecture is Contemporary Issues of Muslim Ummah, Challenges and Solutions. In this presentation, I have highlighted 7 challenges which are being faced in the 21st century to the Muslim Ummah or the Muslim nation all over the world. So 7 issues or challenges are highlighted, and the solution for those is being presented in this lecture. The first challenge to the Muslim Ummah is the challenge of reminding the status, which means that the Muslim Ummah is facing a challenge that they do not ignorance of their status. They are unaware of their status in the sense that they do not know who they are and what is their status and what is their responsibility as an ummah. Ummah means a combined nation, or a nation which is created or which is based on an ideology, and that ideology is mentioned in innamal mu'minuna ikhwatun, and in this verse of Quran, wa kazalika ja'alnakum ummatan wasata. So the challenge, this is a challenge to the Muslims, that the most of the Muslims are ignorant of their status as a ummah. So what is the solution of that? The solution of that is also taken from Quran, and that is that we should invite the people to the way of God or Allah, to the Lord. Udu ila sabili rabbika bil hikmah wal mu'izatil hasana. We should call the people towards their religion or toward Islam and show them or tell them their status, that what is their status and what are their responsibilities. The second challenge is the challenge of ignorance. That it means that the Muslims are unaware, majority of the Muslims are unaware that Islam is a complete system which holds a spiritual, social, economic and political life and philosophy, and that religious and worldly affairs are not separate, but they are one entity, or they have one identity, or they are part of Islam. Let me repeat this important challenge. It means that Islam is a complete code of life, a system in which gives the way or the hidayah or the inspiration for the dunya and akhirah, for this world and the life after death. So in this way, it is a challenge that people are ignored. So what should be the result, or what should be the solution for this? The solution for that, this is also I have taken from Quran, and that is that we should tell the people that they are all innamal mu'minuna ikhwatun, and if they have any differences or anything, ikhwatun faslehu baina akhawaykum, and you should be having a concept of God fearing or taqwa, وَلَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ, that we should to receive, in order to receive the mercy, we should show the spirit of brotherhood. This is the second challenge, and the solution that we should, the solution of this, that we should remove the ignorance by giving the awareness of Islam. The third challenge is the challenge of reminding the Muslims about the witness or testimony. Now this is a bit technical word which I have used here. Witness or testimony means to give the shahada, which we have seen in the previous lectures. Testimony or witness means that a Muslim, as a individually and as a nation, should give a verbal commitment that he is a Muslim. وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ قَوْلًا مِمَّنْ دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. So the verbal utterance of this call, or this, that I am a Muslim, and the second part is the action or the behavior or the witness that he is a practicing Muslim. This is the concept, or this is the concept of testimony, the witness. And the third is that each and every person individually and collectively. The whole Muslim Ummah will have to answer before their Lord, that means God or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, on the day of judgment. I have given two examples from Quran which shows that each and every person individually and all the prophets are going to be responsible on the day of judgment to give the witness and testimony that this is what they have been given by their Lord, and they have given this message to the people, and it is up to the people that they have not fulfilled the the instructions which the prophets gave to them. Now this is a challenge that the people should be reminded. What is the solution of that? The solution is the same as given above, that we should invite the people, as Quran says, Surah Nahl, Udu ila sabili rabbika bil hikmah, invite the people towards the God or Lord with wisdom, with hikmah and beautiful preaching, and make the arguments in a most gracious manner, so that they should come over this challenge and to become a witness by their call and amal. Quran says, "Wal asr innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa amilus salih wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr." This is also another example of Surah Asr for testimony. The fourth challenge, in my view, is the political challenges. Today, the Muslim Ummah, the Muslim nations, so many Muslim countries, more above than 50 Muslim countries, they are called Ummah. They are ignorant of their potentials and geostrategic position. 50 or more than 57 or 56 Muslim countries known as Islamic countries. They are the Islamic country, but they are not Muslim countries, in the sense that if they are Muslim countries, they should fulfill the obligations as a Muslim, individually and collectively. So these 57 Muslim countries are situated in the center of the world. If you see the map, world map, you can find the Muslim Ummah or the world. So these are incapable, and the second part is that the challenge is that the people who are controlling these countries, they are incapable rulers of the Muslim countries who are dependent on the superpowers. Like they are moving around the pendulum, or like puppets in a keychain. The next point in this is the political challenges, the expansion of the Muslim Ummah on the whole globe. The population of Muslim Ummah is approximately now, at this moment, people say, is around about 2 billion. 70% of the world natural and mineral resources are situated in the Islamic world. Just take a look on the world map on Google or any map you have in your hand, and you see what I am saying is that 70% of the world natural and mineral resources. Let me add one more thing here, which is not written here, and that is the human resources is also in the hands of the Muslim world. So what is the political challenge? That the Muslim leaders should think and use these resources, natural, mineral and human resources, in order to get back to their status and their responsibility. The reason of this political challenge can also be seen here, that these are the elements which I have mentioned above. Again, you can see these are the major issues which we have: disunity, disintegration, political and defense weakness, military, nationalistic and sectarian tendencies, hegemony of big powers, issues, Palestine, Kashmir, oppressed minorities in all over the world, and in Burma and many more countries. The solution is that the real political independence of Muslim states should be done. Pious leadership should come up. Reformation of the nation states or Islamic values. Reformation of nation states or Islamic values on Islamic values. The Muslims should become the master of their own destiny. They should not get any dictation from the people. Others, judicious use of human capital and natural resources. Judicious use of human capital and natural resources is one of the solution for this, and many more you can see here. The the collective structures which we have, and their role and uh, their contribution is known to everybody. Now, this verse of Quran also commands us that we should choose the people who are capable of getting their trust. Another example of Quran is also given here, and this is also in the solution of that. All these verses of Quran very clearly tells us that we should, what should be the status and what should we do. So we need to read this and understand all these verses which I have mentioned here are giving the same message, and that is that the Muslims should get their political independence and political integrity in this world. The fifth challenge for the Muslims is the economic challenge, which means the hegemony of imperial powers is now we see in education, science, technology, and economics. And we are having economic backwardness, lack of economic justice, misuse of natural resources, and so on, and effects of globalization, weak collaboration between Islamic states. So all these are the challenges or the problems or the issues. What is the solution? Preparation and implementation of the system of education, science, and economics compatible with Islamic values. This is the solution for that. Until and unless we take this, we make this preparation, and we do not implement these things, we are not going to get our natural destiny and our status which has been gone away from us. These verses of Quran also tell us the same, or give us the same message which I have just highlighted above. The sixth challenge is the social challenges, the Western and materialistic impact on familial and social relations. There is no need to give any example. Each and everybody among us know very well that what is the impact, the materialistic impact of the on our familial, that means family life, and the social life of the Muslims. And then this is another social challenge, and that is racism or racial and sectarian tendencies, which means sectarian tendencies can be of the color, skin, language, and even from the religious point of view. Diseases of modern society is terrorism, violence, crime, drugs, unethical relationships, which is very familiar nowadays, and moral weaknesses of the Muslim world is also a challenge which we are facing today in the 21st century. The solution for this is that Quran very clearly says that we have to stand beside firmly for justice, and then we have to give, because with the concept justice, and we have to be aware that we have to give witness testimony, as we have discussed upwards, that witness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and even as against ourselves, even parents, and all this is the Surah Nisa. The seventh, so the point is that the solution is that we have to stand firmly for justice for the word of Quran. The seventh challenge for the Muslim Ummah is the ideological, conceptual, and intellectual change. It means that today we are having, as we have discussed in the previous lectures, the clash of civilizations. Today we can say that people are talking about that clash of ideologies, which means Judaism, Christianity, Hinduism, Confucianism, Qadianism, and many more examples. Clash of concepts, example, socialism, Marxism, capitalism, materialism, modernism, secularism are based on the philosophy of the exploitation of natural resources or natural human instincts, that is wealth, sexual desires, and also in the denial of the metaphysical phenomena. That means the denial of revelation, God, prophecy means prophethood or risala, and the life after that, tawheed, risalat, and akhirat. And these are and the revealed morals. Revealed morals means those ethical moral values revealed by the prophets are not being implemented. So this is an ideological, conceptual, intellectual challenge, which can be seen or can be called, as some people say, as a kind of apostasy. Apostasy in another serious challenge to the religious social. Apostasy means that a person who leaves who claims to be verbally belonging to any religion, but in fact, from his from his actions, from his amal, he is totally against the philosophy in which he is behaving. So the Muslims are also having this virus of apostasy in today's 21st century, which needs a solution. The need solution for this is need of a strategy to counter the threat of these ideologies, concepts and isms to secure the identity of Muslim Ummah, promotion of pan-Islamism, Islamic culture, Arabic language and ijtihad to solve the contemporary problems. This seventh solution is also one of the most important solution: promotion of pan-Islamism, Islamic culture, propagation of Islamic culture, Arabic language and ijtihad to solve the contemporary problems. Ijtihad is the consensus on the issues which are creating problem among the Muslims. The following verses of Quran are the same, and this message, this verse of Quran which I have chosen, is giving a very large and loud message to the Muslim Ummah, especially on this topic, for the to to attend the challenge of to these challenges. The message of Quran is here for you. إن الله لا يغير ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. Allah does not change the destiny of a nation until and unless He changes, or she changes her destiny by herself. Thank you very much for your time.